Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my returning subscribers. I do really appreciate you. And if any of this resonates with you, please do consider liking, subscribing, maybe even drop a little comment in there. I would really appreciate it. So, should we get into your reading and see what we have today for you? So, just pop into your mind right now anything that is going on that you want some information on, some clarity on, you just like a little bit more information on. So I'm going to work with the T cards first of all. Now these can be a little bit harsh sometimes. So they can really pick at the everyday things that are going on that you need to be aware of. Very often we get the rat or two-faced friends, things like that coming through. But if it feels relevant, then I will talk it through with you. But let's see where we go with it. So your current situation. See ya. We have Quill. Get back to the basics. So maybe things have been a bit complicated for you recently. We have broken ring, so parting of the ways in either romance or business, and temporary situation. So it feels like your current situation right now is, I feel like you're getting a bit fed up of something. You're getting fed up of something that you've been in, and it might be that this is a relationship that perhaps you've been in for a little while now, or something that just isn't serving its purpose anymore. It could be a job that you've been in for a little while now and you're sort of like, oh, I'm done with this. I've had enough. It's not really resonating with me anymore. It's not working for me anymore. But you kind of feel like you're on this bridge. It feels like you're not quite where you want to be, but you're not where you used to be either. So you're like in this transitional stage and you're not quite sure how to get over the bridge, how to get where you really want to be. There seems to be something blocking you. And what you're being guided here is that you've got to go back to basics. Something's become overcomplicated in your life at this time. And that overcomplication is kind of creating a lot of issues for you. Now, I can see somebody writing something down. So I don't know if you've got a journal or somebody's given you a journal. Maybe it was your birthday recently. You've received a journal of some form or some notebook or something like that. And I can see you writing things down. Now, if you haven't already done this, then you're being asked to do this. There's basically, write down some things that are going on in your life right now, things that are pissing you off, things that you are looking forward to, things that you want to achieve, okay? Almost like, create that list of things that you want to happen in your life right now. Now, this current situation, let's get your runes on this. So what runes do we have? We have Algiz. We have Lagos. And Bacano. Nice. Your current situation, you I feel like you've been defensive in one area of your life. You've set a boundary, or you're trying to do the right thing. You're trying to be really thoughtful about the way that you speak, the way that you go about things. It's like you feel inspired to do better or to be a good person or, just do the right thing, basically. And what this has created for you is, first of all, it's created healthy boundaries in your life. You're getting used to knowing when it's time to change something up or to not put energy into something. So you've learned, if I put energy into that, it's going to drain me. And you've learnt when to pull your energy back, when to keep it for you. It's like a protection thing, okay? But it's protective in a way that isn't holding you back or restricting you. Instead, it's created a flow. It's created a flow of energy that is aligned with the version of yourself that you want to be, rather than who you were. Because I feel like before, you were feeling a little bit stuck in a pattern and not really able to break it or not knowing how to break it. But you've had a realization now. It's about your thought patterns. It's about how you go about setting boundaries or not setting boundaries. And this, I feel, for you is a time in your life where you've actually set some discipline. You've decided, right, I'm going to be quite disciplined here, and this is how I'm going to go about things. This is what I'm going to do. And I can see you actually implementing that, trusting yourself with it, and you're starting to see this flow now. You're starting to see positive changes, positive things happening in your life because you've set these boundaries on yourself. It's very good because it's actually led you onto a different timeline, a higher timeline, which is a new beginning. This is a rebirth for you. So you've just birthed a new version of yourself into your 3D reality, okay? And this energy is actually helping you to acknowledge your true self. It's acknowledging that essence that's within you, a real truth in there. Now, you are being guided here. If you live near birch trees, especially silver birch trees, go and sit with some silver birch trees. Go and spend time around silver birch trees, okay? This is related to the birch goddess. And this is going to help you in cleansing your auric field. It's going to help you in just that reconnection, because it feels like there's something very heavy in your energy that you're carrying that needs to be released. And the birch dryads and the birch goddess is going to help you to release that, okay? Whether you believe in this stuff or not, which I believe you probably are if you're watching these kind of videos, go and do it. Trust me, it's going to make a difference. And you might find that you release some kind of emotion from it. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to start to cry. You could get angry. You could get frustrated. You could walk away from that tree and something happen where you have to release some kind of energy. And that could be from years ago. But it's about release. It's about it moving through you and not holding you back anymore, okay? So interesting energy. So let's get what tarot is telling us for your current situation then. So what is this energy around you right now? Current situation. I kind of see you sort of, it's almost like you're sat there with something in your environment that you have to set a boundary with. You can't quite remove it yet, but it's held in there. So it's like kind of like a stalemate sort of energy. It's like you're sort of biding your time to remove it, but haven't quite managed to do it yet. Yeah, so we've got your current situation is about you. The Nine of Pentacles can sometimes come out when you are single, actually. This is someone that's sort of like, you know, self-sufficient. Discipline as well is part of this card. So again, you've decided you're juggling too much. There's not enough, you're putting too much energy, spreading yourself too thinly in too many areas. So now you've decided, you know, actually I'm going to focus on me. I'm going to focus on disciplining myself. And this is aligning you so much with your intuition. It's aligning you with that higher timeline. You're starting to figure out, like, I'm taking control of my life. And I feel like there's been some tiny little things that you've done. I'll say tiny, there might be big deals for you, but it's simple, basic changes. So where was it, that quill? Back to basics. You've made some basic changes in your life that have actually impacted your life in such a positive way already. And you've seen that, you've noticed that. And this could just be how you've set a little boundary here, or you've kind of disciplined yourself in terms of like saying, I'm not going to have another coffee, or I'm not going to have another glass of wine, or I'm only going to smoke so many cigarettes today, or something like that. That's what it feels like. It's like those kind of changes in your everyday life that you've been making recently. And I feel like this could actually be maybe even over the past week or two, that you've started to do this and started to really see the difference in how it's impacting your life. Wonderful. I am proud of you. You should be proud of yourself. And you're making plans. There's a plan that you are preparing for here. This is like, you know, it's part of this new beginning that you're entering. It's a real fresh energy that I'm feeling you entering into, that I feel that you are ready for. But you know that you have to be disciplined in order to achieve it, is what I'm feeling from this. So let's see what your challenges are, shall we? Is there a challenge here? I hate shuffling these cards. However, I haven't dropped any yet. I haven't dropped the whole pack yet, so I'm doing all right so far. Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Your challenge here is possibly something that you're heading towards that maybe feels impossible to achieve. It feels like it's difficult to attain, and you have to up level in some way, or you have to do something to achieve it, and you know this. So for instance, if you were going, say, for a job interview to be a personal trainer, but you don't feel like you've reached your level of fitness yet. So you might be now putting yourself through a strict regime to achieve what you want to achieve so that you look the part and are the part, okay? It's like you're like, I need to put into me everything that I want to achieve from this. That's the energy I'm getting from this. So that's your challenge right now, is being disciplined enough to recognize what you need to do, what changes you need to make to benefit your upgrade, to benefit your new beginning, okay? And you're hitting it. I feel like you are actually doing it, but some days may be more difficult than others, and that could be, I don't know, it's someone's birthday, or you decide to go out for a few drinks with a mate or something like that. You have to keep bringing yourself back to your discipline. Bring yourself back to, why am I doing this and who am I doing it for? It's got to be for you in order for this to happen in your life, okay? You have to be doing this for you, not for anybody else and not for anything else. Not for money, not for people, but for you. And this is something very rare and special, I feel, that you are trying to achieve in your life, and you are determined to achieve it. But you know it will take discipline and following that intuition, because you know what you're being guided to do in order to do it. Okay, so let's pick a tarot card to go with that. So what are we talking about with this challenge then in terms of tarot? So what is the challenge? It feels like an exciting challenge. It's like you kind of set yourself this challenge to achieve, which is helping you to grow. It's helping you to... Oh, okay. That's interesting. We've got the Justice card, which kind of does align with Bacano, because justice, this is all about integrity and truth. And this is about being real with yourself, being true with yourself. It's almost like you've really completely shed an outdated version of yourself that maybe you were holding on to for comfort, because it's part of your ego, because it's part of who some people in your life believe you to be. So the challenge here is about you being real and true to yourself. It's about you keeping that balance between truth and integrity, and understanding, you know, this is what I need to be authentic. And, you know, sometimes being authentic doesn't mean being special or, you know, unreal, kind of amazing and every, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that. Authentic is just being real, being true. And sometimes being authentic can mean, like, you know, showing that you're not happy with something. And I feel like you have hidden some kind of truth in the past, or maybe very recently. But that's created an imbalance in your life, or it's created some chaos, or it's created some suppressed kind of feelings that have maybe led to you leading into unhealthy habits. And this is why you're going through this discipline now, because you're starting to be truthful to yourself. You're starting to realise, actually, the truth of this is this. I want a new beginning. So therefore, I have to listen to that inner truth. I have to go ahead with integrity and authenticity. You're accessing that truth that's hidden deep within you. Okay, what do you need to focus on? Oh, you got two this time. Ouch. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. An arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspects of your life. Well done, you. So in your plan of discipline, there's two things that are happening here. One is you are aligning yourself with an opportunity to gain financial freedom. And the other one, I feel, is to do with something that ignites your heart. I feel like this is the right path in terms of like something has ignited a passion in you. And it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be to do with a career or job or just something that's deep within you. It could be a hobby even, but it's something that you know is aligned with who you want to be, who you feel you truly are. And the more truthful you're being with yourself and aligning yourself with being disciplined, because you've accessed that truth now, this is what you're receiving. Okay, so your focus is on what am I doing that's going to help me achieve this. And it could be as simple as actually, say for instance you were going to quit smoking if you're a smoker, or you're going to quit drinking if you're a drinker. The money that you would save from that, you might be putting in a jar or putting somewhere. Okay, so this is kind of like saying, you know, this is going to help you to do that. And you're going to figure out that like, oh my God, I haven't drank for like weeks and look how much money I've saved. So every time you would go and buy a beer or something like that, you put the money in the money jar. And before you know it, you're aligning yourself with that. So a path with money is waiting for you to find it. I feel like you've already found it and you've already started doing that. And the arrow saying you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So if you needed some encouragement right now, if you needed some, what's the word I'm looking for? Applaud, or, you know, some kind of like, well done you. Here it is. Well done you. We are rooting for you. We know, your spirit team know just the effort that you are putting in. And we know it's not easy for you. We know it's very difficult. It's difficult to change habits. It's difficult to even acknowledge that something needs to change, you know, but you've already started to make those changes. You've already decided, I want to be truthful to myself. I want to be disciplined here. I want to live my best life. And that's what you're heading towards. It's all good. So, your focus. Oh, that was quick. This is all about things happening quite quickly. So the focus here is about keep moving quickly. Keep going in that direction, because every step you take, every time you work on this discipline within yourself, you're learning more and more about the illusions around you. And you're also learning more and more about who supports you, who is there with you, okay? And I feel like by August, you're going to really be in such a different place, understanding that actually you got there quite quickly. You know, there was good fortune that came out of this quite quickly for you. Because you made those changes, you followed your intuition, things are going to happen quite quickly. So whatever it is that you are doing this for, because you want to achieve a particular goal, you're going to achieve that goal faster than you know. It may even be by August that you achieve this. There's good news on its way, okay? And very quickly. So, let's see now. What do you need to leave behind? Or what is it that you are leaving behind? Throne, position of authority. Maybe what you're leaving behind here is allowing other people to have a power over you. For some. For others, it is you trying to have control and power over others. You've decided, actually, that doesn't work for me anymore. So there's two different collectives here. You decide and discern which one you feel fits for you. But there is definitely a need to be humble here and step out of a space of needing control, wanting control, or needing or wanting to be controlled, okay? Because I feel it's more an energy of wanting to control, if I'm honest. This feels like you are letting go of a lot of things that you felt you had to hold on to, that are particularly from the past, that you've realised, actually, no, I don't need to do that anymore. I can see somebody getting rid of things like lampshades and stuff like that, or just like household objects. It's like you're moving stuff out or moving stuff around, getting rid of things, unboxing things, that kind of thing. So you may have just moved house, or you may have just gotten rid of a lot of baggage, things that you've been carrying around for a long time that you're like, this doesn't serve me anymore. That is a part of you letting go of control. So it's part of that discipline, part of that boundary, because you are being very strict with yourself and maybe a bit ruthless with things from the past. Perhaps you were holding on to some things for sentimental value and you've realised, why am I doing that? I don't need that, and I haven't even got the space for this crap anyway, so I may as well just get rid of it, okay? That's good to let go of. Let's see what the tarot has for you on that one. What you're letting go of here. Ooh. You're letting go of being stuck in your head all the time, okay? I do believe, I know this is part of what we're letting go of, but I do believe you've had like an epiphany or an aha moment and a recognition or realization of the light within you comes from you and through you, but only if you allow it. So this is you letting go of the stuff. Have you ever been in like an attic room or a place like that, and there's a window in there and you uncover it and suddenly the light comes in and you can see so much clearer? It feels like that. It feels like in you letting go of control, letting go of sentimental things, you've actually uncovered a lot of light in a dusty place. And within that light, you're creating space. And in that space, you have freedom to fill it with what you want. Don't go filling it with old stuff again. Don't go filling it with previous patterns or, you know, things that hold you in a stuck, dark energy. Now, when I say a stuck, dark energy, I mean dark energy doesn't have to be evil or anything like that or bad, but it can be suppressive and it can be hidden. It can be secretive. It can be very much buried like a seed in the subconscious mind and is there fucking up your day. And you don't realise it until you're in a space where you're like, well, why did that happen? Or how did that happen? You've had a lot of realizations, you've had a lot of clarity. And in clearing this space, in you actually, you know, emptying these things, letting go of the control, you've gained a lot of clarity. You've really started to understand, like, actually, what on earth was I holding on to there? Why was I holding on to that? Why do I want that? How is that benefiting me in any way, shape or form? But you know that you've got something much more significant, rare, and it feels like it's something that you feel could be impossible to achieve, but you are willing to achieve it. You're destined to achieve it. You know it's there for you. And you are taking so many, what's the word? You're releasing so much because you know that this is important to you. Okay? You know that. Let's see what the future holds then. So what is the future for you in this? A teapot. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Very nice. So I do feel that this could be, the future is you feeling content. Feeling like you are embracing the right kind of friendships in your life. It's like you've kind of let go of a lot of people where you've had to set boundaries, or, you know, they're draining your energy, or they just don't make you feel that good anymore. But there's somebody that you've become quite close to recently that is the same sex as you, that you've confided in a lot, and they're helping you with this. They've kind of helped you to understand a lot, and it's almost like Spirit's kind of channeling through them because they knew that that would be the person that would be the right person to get the message across to you. Okay. So you will know who that person is because you'll have been spending time with them and they've been making sense. And they may have made you go, oh, okay, didn't really see it like that. They might be even inspiring you or influencing you in some way. And you're like, yeah, that's how I want it to be. That's how I want to be. It's a bit like, you know, if somebody buys a book about changing their diet or something like that, they read it and they're like going on about it and they're saying about it. And they give you the book to try yourself. and you try it and it goes really well for you as well. And it's that kind of energy. It's like they're inspiring you in some way. They're giving you some information that's making you feel inspired because it's something that they may have done themselves. And you're like, well, if they can do it, maybe I can do it as well. So let's see what the tarot are telling us about your future. What is your future here? Oh, sugar. Okay, I've just dropped it all. So we have Judgment on here. So this is an energy of your awakening, okay? The future for you is enlightenment almost. It's like a veil has been lifted. A realization has been had. An understanding. I can't put my arm down. There is an energy of you going through quite a spiritual awakening right now. You know, doubt and things not being quite right or not going your way, that kind of thing, is all a thing of the past now. And your future is this awakening. It's about you really acknowledging your essence, your spirit, your true energy, that truth within you. Remember Bacano? You're aligning with it. You're aligning with that energy. You're moving through fear. You're creating discipline in your life. And that is setting your spirit free. It's allowing you to enter a timeline that you didn't even realize existed. And it's aligning you with exactly this unicorn that you didn't think was attainable. But it is, because you are awakened to what you need to do in order to achieve it. And you're doing it. I see you doing it. I feel you doing it. And it's almost like spirit are encouraging me to go bravo to you. It's like they want me to clap you. They want me to say, well done. We see you. And you may have only taken some very small steps recently. Especially the past 3 days I'm getting. The past 3 days from you watching this video, whenever you watch it, because it's timeless, you've really come on leaps and bounds in the discipline and the changes that you've been making, the boundaries that you've been setting on yourself. And there has been fear around, am I going to be able to keep this up? Or am I going to revert back to the past? And that's always been the doubt that's blocked you in the past, because you've tried to do this before and it didn't work before. You went back to a previous pattern for comfort. But you're not in that place anymore, because I see you're ditching, you're getting rid of all of the baggage from that. You're getting rid of all the sentimental items from that time to leave you fresh and clear in your energy. You're not going to lose this, okay? You're not going to go backwards here, because you've done that too many times now and you've realised that doesn't work for me anymore. I'm moving forward. I'm moving in a way of integrating what I've learned rather than just going, I've learned that. You're actually integrating it now because you've learned those lessons and you are applying what you've learned through the discipline that you are showing yourself. You're trusting yourself now. You're learning to trust yourself. You really want to trust yourself. And that is becoming obvious and apparent. Okay, so do we have any advice for you? What advice does Spirit want to give you right now? See, because they're round, they just roll. Is that 1 or 2? It was 2. It was 3. Okay. We have man, dealings or relationship with a man, horseshoe, good luck, and broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Now, I feel your advice is that this is what set this wheel in motion, is that you were unsuccessful with something. Something didn't go to plan and it backfired, and it made you realise you need to change. You need to make some changes. And I feel like this is somebody that is a person in your life that's kind of made you realise what needs to change. So this person may have been very upfront with you about what needs to change here. Now it's saying man, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical man. It could be somebody who is stood in their masculine energy, okay, if that's female. Or, you know, a male stood in their masculine energy. It's basically what the man is telling you is this is somebody that's kind of gone, this is how it's going to be. They're telling you something. They've told you something. And I feel like that's what's created this broken bridge, okay? This man is significant in the issues with the outcome here, why it was unsuccessful, okay? The masculine energy within this situation is what's caused this broken bridge. So take that how it resonates. You know, that could be you, or it could be the person that you are involved with in this, okay? Or a person that you're involved with in this. But this bridge needed to be broken. This needed to happen in order for things to change, in order for you to realise, I need to set some discipline here, set some boundaries. And the advice is that, you know, you are doing everything right and you actually have luck on your side. You know, you are generally quite a lucky person, even if you don't feel like you are, even if things don't feel like they've been very lucky recently, you are lucky. Okay, you have the energy of the luck. You might be Irish maybe, or have Irish descent in your bloodline. But there's something about a spiritual energy around you that feels very Celtic, but it holds a good luck energy. A bit like somebody gave you a sprig of lavender or something, not lavender, heather, and gave you a lucky charm. And that charm has provided you with good luck. Okay, your spirit guides want you to know you are lucky right now. You have a lot of luck. Don't doubt this. Do not doubt it whatsoever. Where have they gone? There they are. Okay, so let's see what the tarot is telling us on here then for your advice. Okay, I'm going to put those back because I dropped half the pack there. Advice from the tarot. Let's see what we have. I nearly said advice from the tarot man then. I'm not a man. Anyway, let's see what we've got. Wow, okay, well this came out twice, so it's definitely this. Oh, we have two. Okay, I didn't realise that before, I thought it was just one. So we have the Three of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, your advice. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for what happened here to break this bridge. Okay, forgive yourself. It is suggesting that there is a need to bring forward a gift of some form. So it feels like whoever I'm talking to here, there was a situation with whoever was the masculine within this situation would like forgiveness and wants to apologise for something. And in apologising for something, wants to bring forward a gift of some form, an offering, a new beginning, a fresh start, do you know what I mean? And that might be what this Bacano is about. And I feel like it's something that may have happened here that's kind of made this person have a realisation of like, something needs to change. And that's what started this chain reaction of discipline and boundary. So there's an energy here of somebody wanting to be forgiven and feeling quite heartbroken over this broken bridge situation, you know, of the outcome of something that was unsuccessful. There's been a realisation, I feel. That's what we uncovered before, wasn't it? In things to let go of. So it was like, enough's enough. I've had enough of this now. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to get your outcome then now. What is the outcome here for you with your Bacano? Okay, we've got time to act. And do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. So you may have a bit of a fight. You may have a little bit of competition here, or a little bit of a battle to go through. However, you are being asked to act. So for instance, we'll go back to that analogy I said before about, like, say if you were going in for a job interview to become a personal trainer or something, you might be up against like the next Mr. Universe or Miss Universe or whatever, okay? And you might be sat there thinking like, oh man, I've been training for about 6 weeks. I'm looking all right, but I'm never going to look as good as that, okay? But you have other gifts, you have other things about you, and it comes back to that authenticity and the fact that you have been doing the right thing. Now, this Mr. Universe or Miss Universe, they may have been on the roids, they might not actually be, they might be so focused on themselves and what they are doing that they're not really focused on the job and what they need to put in there. So if there is any competition around you, be authentic and be yourself and keep doing what you're doing. Keep remembering that truth within you, that awakening of your soul. Reveal the truth of you, the true essence of you, and you can't go wrong. But the time is now to act. That 8 of Wands was talking about that. Yeah, there is quite an energy of quick action, something happening quite quickly, that you are preparing for, that you're ready for. Quick. Let's see what the outcome is with the tarot cards. There's one specific card that came out there, which I'm just going to see if that comes out again. If it doesn't, I might talk about it at the end anyway. So what have we got for you as an outcome here? Oh, lucky, that's the same card. Oh, no, it isn't. It's a different one. The outcome is a wish fulfillment. This unicorn that you were going in for, you're going to achieve it. This is exactly what you've been hoping for, what you've wanted, and you are going to achieve it through that discipline. I've probably said discipline about 50 million times now. Somebody's shouting at me like, will you just shut up? Sorry. So this is an energy of like, you're very attached to this. You have been attached to this for some time. And I feel that you, over the past few days especially, have started to feel this urgency to do the right thing, put something right, discipline yourself, let go of the past, let go of that sentimental stuff, and anything that's kind of holding you back from being that person that you want to be, okay, truthfully, authentically. Don't back down. Don't let that thought in your head, or that sort of little voice in there that tells you can't do this, or you're always going to go back to the way you were, or you're always going to do this. Don't listen to it. You're not. You've done so much work and you've integrated what you've done this time. I don't think you did before. But now the lessons that you've learned, you're integrating it rather than ignoring it or bypassing it. You're actually integrating this. And that's what's bringing this wish fulfillment in. It's making it happen for you. Okay. So I'm going to leave this reading here for you. If that resonates with you in any way and you would like a deeper reading on this, your own personalised reading, I also offer 1 or 2 question readings as well. They're £10 each and you can receive them within a couple of hours. Getting quick because I have got some other readings to do tonight. So see how that goes. Now, I'm not probably going to be around tomorrow. I'm going to try and record a video tomorrow, but I'm off somewhere very special for summer solstice. So if you don't hear from me tomorrow, I will get my videos out as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to at least try and get 1 video out in the morning before I leave. But you've got my details down in the description box. So please do get in touch if you need anything from me at all. Have a blessed evening.